These bezels weren't purchased, they were specifically made for these pieces, and they are absolutely unique, and it completely changes what you can create with resin and bezels. The biggest advantage to these is they can be made to fit exactly what you need instead of designing around what is available. It certainly gives you more control over the final result and makes whatever you're making or selling unique to you. Now, I've made some open back and some closed back bezels here, and I've made them larger because large ones are very, very popular. This is the kind of design that is very difficult to achieve with any pre-made bezel, and it just opens up opportunities that aren't available to you with the pre-made ones. Where all that flux is. That bit there is done. Now I can turn that round, put a bit more flux on, never have enough flux, put more solder on, put more weight on it, and now this is where I break the rules. I'll go round and I'll do the rest, then I'll show you how I'm going to attach the bezel. So that's now all cut round and it's nice and close, and everywhere has been completely sealed. But what I do now need to do is go around this with a file and take off any of the sharp edges. Yeah, that's much better. And get it as close as I can now to the actual wire. That won't take too many minutes. So once you've got that lovely and clean, you can actually silver plate it using this silver plating liquid. And I've shown this before on my crafting channel. I love this stuff. It works really, really well. You need to give it a good shake, and it has a molecular bond with the metal. It's not just putting a coat on it, but it is putting a really thin coat of this. It should go black. I'm going to mix up my resin now, and you can use UV resin or you can use a 1-to-1 epoxy resin in these. You use whatever you want to use. Now, before I go ahead and use these are made of copper. I will paint the inside of a few of them first so the copper doesn't show through. But on a couple of them, for instance, the star and the flash of lightning, I don't mind if it shows through. The open backed ones, you just treat in exactly the same way as you would any normal open backed bezel. And that is, you use some damming tape first. Now, if your damming tape isn't wide enough, then there is a wider damming tape on the market. I will link it below, and I love it for larger bezels. Did you know most of this damming tape is also heat proof? So if you've got no heat proof tape, then you can use this when you're heat pressing. Double check the one that you've got though first to make sure it is. So all I need to do is pop these on this damming tape like that. You don't have to use black and white acrylic paint. If you want, you can use any colours. So if, for instance, if you want to do this one, you could do it yellow. And all I'm going to do is put a couple of coats of that on there, let it dry. It won't take long to dry. And I often do this with shop brought bezels as well, if I don't want the colour to be in any way shown through, especially if you've got clear bits with it. If you haven't, then it doesn't really matter, but I still do like to put some in it. Now, I'm not going to do all these on camera because I think you'd get a little bit bored, but I am going to show you what I use for some of them. So, for instance, this flower one, even though I've got a white base in it, what I'm going to use is some UV resin in this one. And I'm using the pearlescent UV yellow here because I really like that. And then around it, I'm going to do blue. As I said, these bezels were all made from scratch. I showed the full process in a separate members only video. So if you remember, pop over to there and you'll see it exactly how I make these bezels. But for this video, I really wanted to show what could be created using them. So now I've got my blue and my yellow iridescent ink in there. And before I do that, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of black in the middle. And this is just of the normal pigmented UV resins that I like to use by J Diction. Now, all I'm going to do is go around here like this, blend that in a little bit, and then go in through the black and bring in some spits out like this. And a bit of a swirl again in the middle. Get that around to where I want it, or that side, I think. And then I can cure that one up. I love those pearlescent colours. Now I'm going to cure that up for 5 minutes because I can't cure it up from the back. Obviously, it's not going to allow me to do that because it's a solid back. And for this moon, I really just want to have it white, like it's a really shiny moon. So what better way to do that than use, again, these pearlescent resins, fill it with these. Now, if I want to put a few little craters in there, I can, to give it a little bit more texture. And I'm going to swirl that around because I want to create its own pattern as well. And then, again, I'm going to use the yellow, because I do want it to be bright. I'm going to get a little bit of the yellow out, like this. Just put that in there, in different places. So hopefully it'll look like reflections off the moon. And now I can take a tiny, tiny bit of black and give that a little bit of a contrast by mixing that in. Before I cure that up, I want to let that black sink down a little bit into that white. I think that'll be enough. And now I can pop that under there to cure. Did you see I had a bit of cardboard in front? That's so it doesn't expose my resin to the UV light, and I can carry on working in front of it. Then I just lift it up, push it under. And for the closed back ones, and I'm going to be using this closed back here without any paint on the inside. All I'm going to do with this one is fill it, not quite to the top, but quite a way with the Pure Glossy UV resin. Burn off any bubbles that come to the top, where I've squeezed some in. And now I'm going to drop in some different colours of the glitter UV resin into this one. This is the brown. I always think it looks like gold more than anything. And I'm going to do a variety of colours with this. A bit of red in there as well. Oh, I think we need some blue. And I think, oh, I've got to have yellow. I love yellow. And then in the middle, I'm just going to put a little bit of green. Oh, no, white. I think white. Oh, that didn't work well, did it? Now I just knocked my cardboard over. Look, there's a blooper for you. Well, I'm going to carry on and do this one. And now I'm going to do it slightly different than I had got it. And now what I'm going to do is bring some of these bits through, because I'm not wasting this. Not now I've got all that in it. That is so annoying, but so like me. And now I'm going to pop it under there to cure up for another 5 minutes. And then clean my cardboard off. But these are all finished now, and all I've got to do is take the backing of them, and like any bezel, just remove the backing slowly, and then you won't get any of that sticky residue that sometimes can be left by tape. So these are all finished now, and the wonderful thing is I think that one came out really well. I think it looks, to me, it looks beautiful. I don't know about you. And that is the wonderful thing about making your own bezels. You can actually get your design first, and then design your bezel around what it is you're hoping to achieve. That butterfly has come out so nice, and it kind of does different colours as you get it near your skin, or if it's translucent. I thought I'd do a blue moon, because I'm always told sometimes, oh, that happens once in a blue moon. Thought that one come out well. And this is what I was hoping this one was going to look like, and I've domed that with a clear resin. I like the other side as well, and this is the pearlescent colours. I absolutely adore that, and that one as well. Making your own bezels isn't for everyone. It does take some practice, and it does take a bit of time to learn, but it is a great skill to learn. And it opens up such wonderful possibilities for future pieces and unique pieces as well. I love the way the backs are finished. And who else is going to have something the same as this? No one. And they are statement pieces. There's no doubt about it. I tried to make that one look like the sky, the grass and the trees. I'm not sure if I succeeded. And that is supposed to be the sun. Check out the video I've got coming up next on UV resin. I think you're absolutely going to love this one. It's more about the pearlescent resin and how to use it. Be sure to boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video as much as you can, because it really helps my videos get out there. But most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.